where we landed, that was Bondi Bay. Right, the airport is now situated at Bondi Bay, just south of the city. That was the site of the original landing of the first fleet back in 1788, but they were only there for about 6 days, and they thought, nah, it's not good enough. So they just sailed up here and found Sydney Harbour, Port Jackson is its actual name, and decided that this is probably the most magnificent harbour in the world and we'll just stay here. Which is quite lucky, considering that Australia has about 20,000 miles of coastline, and they were just about 5 miles away from the best spot. Some Maloney's. That's where a couple of you were last night, hey? A couple at the back there with sore heads in the Irish pub. Oh, this one, Scruffy Murphy's. That's right, sorry, you said you're at Scruffy's. Yeah. There's more than one.
Do they have St. Patrick's Day?
Of course. March 17, absolutely. I said to the guys, like, so what do you do for St. Patrick's anyway? Like, because everything was cancelled. And he's like, bloody, normally I come in here and I drink my 4 pints, whatever it is, but on St. Patrick's, 12. So that's what it is, obviously. It's just drinking lots of beer. Yeah, sounds like where we got it from. But you can see all the different buildings around the place, all the different businesses with all Chinese writing everywhere. The main part of Chinatown is parallel to us, just over here to the right. If you look down there, you'll get a glimpse of it. Obviously, we can't go through there with the coach. Well, it's not a very good glimpse, actually. You'll see it better in a minute. So this is Paddy's Market down here, guys. Now, look on the right-hand side, you can see that street I was talking about. Goes through the middle here. See? That's your main drag through Chinatown. Yep. So this is Market City, or Paddy's Market. A large souvenir trap, basically. Where you can find everything cheap. Yeah. Yes, I do love Sydney. It's all right. I love to visit, put it that way. I love to come here on holiday. So we got the wharfs down here, guys. Now these used to be fishermen wharfs, of course, once upon a time. But the price of things means that the fishermen are long gone, all right? You have a bunch of people who have these boats down here, right? These are all private apartments, extremely expensive. Probably north of 10 mil these days, I'm not really sure, but they're not cheap, put it that way. And the only sort of businesses that are operating out of here now are, they have a patronage of wealthy people. So you've got your Philharmonic Choir coming up, they're based out of there. The same with the dance company, Sydney Dance Company, the ballet. So guys, here we have the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and that thingy over there, the, whatchamacallit, oh yeah, that's it, the Opera House. There's Sydney Opera House, obviously, which is supposed to represent the sails of the first fleet, which was 11 ships that sailed into here. This is Circular Quay on the left. All those yellow and green boats are the ferries. That's the public transportation system. But yes, you'll hear about this with the Opera House tour, but Jorg Utzon, the Danish architect who designed the Sydney Opera House, he never actually came and saw it because the design changed a lot. And it ended up with 10 sails, but there were actually 11 boats. Whatever, you know, 10, 11, it's good enough. It was very Australian. So yeah, he wasn't very happy though with the design changes. So they are the sails of the first fleet, however there are only 10 instead of 11. So this is coming up to the oldest part of the city, the rocks. If you look on the left, the ground floor there, see, all built from sandstone. You can see the chiseled marks there of the convicts' work, of their labour. And you can see this is quintessentially English in appearance. You've even got a red telephone box on the left there. And look, very much like a slice of England, because that's who was here back in the day. On the left-hand side here is one of the oldest buildings in Australia. That's the old Harbour Master's Quarters. It's even got a little remnant beach out the front, a memorial to the beach long gone. And now you can see there's all this al fresco dining on the right-hand side of the rocks. This used to be a two-way street, but in a response to COVID, they decided just to block off one lane and turn it into al fresco dining, which was awesome. Good on them. Really stoked they did that.
There it is. I'm actually going to end the tour at one of my favourite pubs. It's got a really good name. It's called The Australian. But if you've ever seen, one of our most iconic movies, Crocodile Dundee, right? The movie, it's up in the Northern Territory supposedly. Anyway, the guy, Croc Dundee, Mick Dundee, he runs into the pub wrestling a fake alligator. All that. So that was filmed at The Australian.
I know, right? Whoa.
Park Alley and
What's going on?
This is the Suez Canal. That said Suez, not Suez. Okay.
Suez.
Suez Canal. But our timeline is very young. It parallels quite closely California. So when we have a site which is a little bit more than 200 years old, it's very rare in Australia. So this, they think, dates from like right back to the very beginning of the European colonisation in Australia in 1788. So it's pretty special, you know. There's nothing like this anywhere else in Australia. You only find this stuff in Sydney.
Yeah. He said, all right, well, we'll build above it.
Yeah, it's excavating when they get the excavation here.
The Fortune of War, Sydney's oldest pub there in 1828. That's a ripper. That's a good one. And this is it, guys. This is on the left-hand side there. That is Circular Quay. This is where the first fleet landed on the 26th of January, 1788, and said, this is good enough. They had a swig of rum, did a little jig, planted a flag. It's like, let's call it Sydney. That's exactly what happened. Anyway, this is Shakespeare Place. You've got the State Library up there. You know how I know that? There's a big sign out the front there saying State Library. So Shakespeare and his cronies are over there on the left. So this is the beginning of the eastern suburbs out there. So Matthew Flinders has a tragic story. I could talk to you about him for hours, but basically he was only 26 years old when he mapped the south coast of Australia in 1802 and proved that Tasmania was indeed an island and not connected to the mainland. His maps were so good, they were used all through World War I and were not actually updated until just prior to World War II. So they were used for over a century. He was a very, very good cartographer. However, he was married and left his new bride and never saw her for like 9 years because he was imprisoned by the French on the way home. And so his cat was his companion for many, many years, hence the statue. This is the State Parliament, which is being renovated. It should be demolished, but it's actually just being renovated. So state as opposed to federal parliament. The Sydney Hospital here with the boar out the front with a shiny nose. That's because people once believed if you rub the nose of the boar there, you'd get better. How that works, go figure. He's also got another appendage which has been rubbed a lot and it's shiny. If you look close enough. It's just Australian humour, I think. So yes, all this is built from sandstone. Here's the original Mint. This is where the money was first created. It's now a museum undergoing renovations. One of Sydney's oldest buildings. This is Hyde Park in front of us. There's the barracks on the left, another one of Sydney's oldest buildings. On the right you have Queen Victoria with a holy hand grenade and a magic wand, according to Monty Python. There is the Westfield Tower once again. How beautiful is this park, guys? So over on the left is the Domain. They set up big tents and hold big festivals and events over there. It's really cool. On the right hand side here is the New South Wales Art Gallery. Now there's a lot of classic names if you look up the top there. Andrea del Sarto, Rubens, Murillo, Rembrandt, Titan, Raphael, Giotto. Continues on the far side. All the Ninja Turtles are present. Donatello. But if you look on the archway there, see that name? Yeah, do you see the problem with the name? Exactly. It's supposed to be Michelangelo, right? But this was Australia in the 70s. And they didn't know Michelangelo, so they wrote Michael-Angelo. We're gonna go check out Mrs. Mack's chair. So Governor Lachlan Macquarie was actually quite a visionary. He saw that Sydney could be a hell of a lot more than just a prison colony. So he decided to actually try and organise the streets. He tried to make straight roads, etc., etc. And his wife, though, being an aristocrat, she hated this place. She was like, ugh, the peasants. And so she used to spend all her time down here in the farm and waiting for the tall ships to come in through the heads and bring news and goods of, from England. So Lachlan, her husband, got the prisoners, got the convicts to chisel out a seat for her so she could have a little tushy, nice and comfortable, sitting down. And that seat, of course, is still there to this day.
Longer than we needed it to.
So we waited.
And it was like $10, but I ordered one.
Their thing before we come back and do the group photos. Oh, there's my boat and helicopter, by the way. So, bye. Yeah. Yeah, come over this way. We'll just go this back first. What a glorious morning.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Macquarie would come here and mope, basically, or me, waiting for the tall ships to come in from England, bringing news, goods and whatnot. However, this is not Mrs. Macquarie's chair. This is a tourist attraction. Her butt wasn't that big. As I said, this is sandstone and it's quite soft. So as you can see, the original steps are starting to wear out and the original seat is there. Okay? But of course, all the people wanted to come up and down and get photos, wearing out the steps really quickly. So they made that one for big groups. However, most people that really want a photo still walk up there and get one anyway. So you can see they also carved out one over there and then thought, oh, maybe not such a good idea because overhang. So they ended up having to put a stripper pole. So use that if you want to, but...
Yeah, the LO2 jump ship there, that is an Australian frigate. It's a supply ship. So this is the Woolloomooloo Finger Wharf. Now if you're wondering how to spell that word Woolloomooloo, it's quite easy. It's W-O-O-L-L-O-M-O-O-L-O-O, right? It's got 4 sets of double O's. Wool, loo, moo, loo. So just remember, sheep, toilet, cow, toilet. Wool, loo, moo, loo, and you've got it. So you can wave goodbye to Michelangelo, close relative of Michelangelo, and all the other Ninja Turtles. Now you have the statues here of war and peace. Entry there. Back in World War II, a couple of mini subs, Japanese subs, got in here and fired a couple of torpedoes, one of which hit the HMAS Cuttable. Blew a big hole in it, killed about 27 sailors, hence why the naval barracks are called the HMS Cuttable. So this is the area known as King's Cross, which back into the 1990s was quite a notorious area. There was a lot of fights, a lot of drugs, heroin in the 1990s was a big problem, prostitution, and you think coincidentally right next to the naval base? I don't think so. So then the government was like, sweet, we better clean the place up because we got the 2000 Olympics, the greatest Olympics of all time, not my words. That's how they finished the closing ceremony. The guy said, and let me declare this, the greatest Olympics of all time. Which of course it was, okay. But yeah, no, it's fine now. So you can see that the market on the weekend, the police station's right behind, they got beautiful fountains. Rewind the clock to the mid-90s and there would have been like, you know, the possibility of getting stabbed if you were out here in the wee hours of the morning sort of thing. But it ain't like that anymore. It's perfectly safe. It's actually quite a cool area, King's Cross. So yeah, there's a giant Coca-Cola sign just up here. It's pretty hard to see from on the bus though. And it's a real landmark these days. I think it's a pretty good story though, because ages ago the council tried to make Coca-Cola pay like 20 times more rent when their lease on that space was up. And Coca-Cola just said, nope. You can go to hell. And the council then said, fine, well then you have to pull your sign down. And they were like, nope, you do it. And then the council was like, nah, we can't be stuffed, all right, just leave it there. And we're about to go past one of the most expensive suburbs in the entire country. It's called Point Piper. So this is Rose Bay, the stunning Rose Bay. Very, very beautiful. Me gusta. So yeah, left-hand side, Point Piper, right-hand side is Vaucluse. The most expensive real estate in Australia, and the poor cousin, their poor neighbour is this here, Rose Bay, which is way down around 5 or 6 million compared to the 9 million or so of the neighbouring suburbs. Oh, look at all these poor millionaires everywhere. As you see when we drive past Hogwarts. How cool is that, eh? Look at the view they have up there, those little Hogwarts. Yeah, we'll just drive past very slowly and see how stunning it is. Pretty sure those kids sit there and they point to the city skylines and they're like, my daddy owns that building. And yeah, look at the view these kids have to put up with while they're being schooled. That's terrible, darling. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the amount of money here is insane. So Sydney is also the financial capital of Australia. So 80 or 81 of Australia's 100 biggest businesses are all headquartered in Sydney.
It's just amazing, man. Get him, Cocky.
Papa, leave them birds alone.
When we drove past Rose Bay, there's a teeny tiny little building that would probably fit about 5 blocks in it. And I've driven past there before, I haven't seen it for quite a long time now. Out. So this is the only way in and out of Sydney Harbour. It's only about a mile and a half wide, something like that. And as you can see, we have giant sandstone cliffs everywhere. Everything that way is called the Northern Beaches. It's a much bigger area than the eastern suburbs. It stretches right up to Palm Beach. It's about 25 miles north of Manly, and it's all expensive as hell.
Hemsworth and his personal trainer jogging past with his shirt off.
So you can see a lighthouse up ahead, guys. That's Australia's very first lighthouse. It's actually got a very, I think, on purpose design. You'll see when we go past. No point explaining it now. But the convict Francis Greenway was commissioned to do it because he was actually an architect and got in trouble for, fraud or something. So he was in a bit of trouble, hence convict, transported here, but he was told to create a lighthouse, which he did. But considering this is the first thing you would see as you were sailing into Sydney, I think he was trying to send a message to the British. It has a very inconspicuous two copulars, I think they call them, two domes on either side. Well, they look kind of like two balls to me. So you've got two balls and a phallic symbol in between. Now, if that's the image that you see silhouetted when you're first arriving to Australia, it's kind of like, yeah, take that, welcome. Gotcha. But yeah, Sydney has almost 100 beaches. Take that, San Francisco. Call yourself a harbour city.
And then at Bondi Beach. Look at that. Look at these cliffs. It's extremely windy out there.
Waves.
Yeah,
They're so big.
very big waves.
Throw myself in.
Do it. Go ahead, throw yourself in there.
If I had the proper attire, maybe.
We just got a latte and a cappuccino and a really good chocolate croissant. What do you think of the croissant?
It was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like the chocolate that was on top of it.
I'm realizing that people probably can't even hear us because of the wind, but we're doing our best.
Yeah.
Opals. Oh, it does.
Yeah, right?
Alrighty, good afternoon, folks. Just your attention for one moment, please. We are about to go off
You excited for whales?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Let's go. All right. Now we're out here. There it is.
Bobby doing his stuff. How good is that?
See over there? Oh, dang.
Wait. You're gonna have to share these pictures now.
Oh, we're gonna try.
How cool is this?
Oh, there it goes again. Yes. There it goes. Wow.
Very, very smart animals as well. They hunt by going deep into the ocean. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. They rise to the surface, they get bigger and bigger. And when they swim in a circle around the school of fish, it has a very grey tint to it. You can see it like a ghosting, like a vignette.
Maybe I'll go with. Oh, I missed it, but I think I on the camera.
The other side of the tail dive. That's like a fingerprint.
The other thing is, what can't mammals drink? Seawater. They can't drink salt water. What can't these guys drink? Salt water. Crazy. Out through the baleen, that's like a pin in my hand.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness.
Salt on a ratio basis than any other mammal can.
You guys, those people. I was like about to turn around.
Yeah, no, we're ditching you guys. It was so crazy when we first got here, like driving on the opposite side of the road.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, are we about to die?
Well, you watched that Simpsons episode, right?
Which one's that one?
Like the Australian one.
No, I should have prepped for it. Dang
You
it.
haven't?
No. Yeah,
You're gonna have to watch that Simpsons episode now. It is a really fun
It's a good one? Okay.
It's like older Simpsons.
Lord of the Rings, like sculptures, like you know the hats
Ooh, oh, yeah.
that the elves wear.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's so weird seeing the opera house from this view.
I've never seen it from this view before. And like with Luna Park.
Latest tours. Here we go.
Yeah.
From a different angle.
That? Helena's tours.
I've been to the Melbourne Luna Park, but not the Sydney one.
I'm gonna build my home right here. Just like block the whole
Good luck
opera
with
house.
that.
Yeah. It's like a hut.
Do not block the gates.
Yeah. I'll block it with the whole house. Thanks.
Thanks.
When your branches are too big,
Oh my god.
Just resting.
That's crazy.
It's resting.
Yeah, yeah.
The tree's just
Look, that
resting.
sailboat. Is it the same one from
Oh yeah, it's the pirate ship.
Oh, the pirate ship. Come on, pick us up. Oh yeah, you guys don't have skunks over here, do you?
No.
Or trash pandas?
What are they?
Raccoons. Yeah. So you guys have bin
We don't
chickens?
have-
We've got trash pandas.
I want to see. I want raccoons, but like I don't want to deal with them coming in with my rubbish.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Some people have like pet raccoons. Like if you find one when it's young enough, you can basically
That is.
take it.
If,
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Because I would do that.
Yeah, because they're like, Mom, Dad.
Yeah.
Because my baby immediately went up to the camera. I was like looking like, where is she at? Oh. So I told my best friend to give him extra
One of my friends, when she got Billy, she had
Billy.
the kitten.
The ducks.
Like,
What is that?
This is great.
Oh, so cute. Look, it's so cute.
Burbs. Ready for the zoo?
Yes,
Yeah.
already.
Taronga's been here for exactly, it was our birthday yesterday. They opened in 1916, on the 7th of October in 1916, they opened on this site. They were somewhere else first, but they got too big for that site, so they moved over here. So yeah, happy birthday Taronga for yesterday. So great day to come and visit.
Oh yeah, it's very sandpapery.
And the name Noradia means on country. So it's indigenous language. And we'll go through kangaroo country, koala country, and dingo country. Another brush. If you're walking around the zoo and you think we don't clean up, we do, it's these guys. They make a mess. Great job. There's an activity we had in the school holidays for the kids to come and plant it. And then when the time is right, they'll bring it on. So we sometimes get surprise babies at the zoo. And the Tamar wallabies, which are a similar breed to these, have been known to pause for up to 12 months.
Just chewing on his foot.
The mums, when they have jellies, they're interactive. And sometimes jellies are capsule. When they and they
It's just sleeping, folks. Is that a wazaroo? Or is he just sleeping?
now he is winding you up.
Wazaroo.
Another one that's sleeping.
Oh my god.
That is amazing. Yep.
Wow, those robotic things are working really well these
And
days.
climbing again.
This looks real.
Yes. Yeah, I'd love to say that they hear my voice and they do this on command, but sadly no. Most of the time we do bring tour groups around and they are fast
Look
asleep.
at him go.
Because I'm here.
Maybe that's it.
I'm
like trying to take a picture and he's already like up there.
Oh, can you hear that? Listen.
talking to us? Sounds like
That is called a koala bellowing. If you've seen the film The Lord of the Rings and you've heard the orcs, koala bellow.
Interesting. Okay.
It was also in Jurassic Park. They used koala bellowing for the T-Rex as well, but they mixed it with a wild pig and a wild donkey.
Oh, very cool.
And a bit of CGI.
Yeah. Yeah, he's bugging. He's got places to be.
where are you going?
Dang, is that an Ewok?
Oh, he's going all the way down.
You're a natural.
They're very flexible.
He's done this.
Wow, oh my gosh.
No
now he's
freaking way.
changing trees.
I don't know. This tree's kind of sketch.
Oh, wow,
that
nice
hop.
jump. Go, baby, go. You can do it. Go, baby, go.
We believe in you.
Come right here.
Right. And then jump over here.
Yeah. Right into our arms.
Yeah, yeah. Where you get to scratch my face and I'll allow it. Kill me.
Gouge my eyes out.
Look at him go.
Oh, he's gonna come right here.
Wow. Look at him get through those leaves. Man. That's crazy.
Keep going, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, he's just pushing through. You're a tough little guy.
He is eating.
Oh, man, he is so happy. Amazing.
I looked at them and he said, that's really odd. They look like the Wallamai pines that we've seen fossils of. Could they possibly be? And he took some samples back and they identified and said, yeah, they are Wallamai pines. So we literally call them dinosaur trees. They're really, really beautiful. Very beautiful. And yeah, have a touch too.
You know what X-Wings are from Star Wars?
Yeah.
Check this thing out. Like an X-Wing.
Look at that.
Leaves coming out on 4 sides.
There used to be lots of tens of thousands. They're now down to under 100. I've got all these different birds in my area. I've got This is our wildlife retreat. It's our 5-star hotel. It's one of the main places where Taronga gets a lot of funds for our conservation programs and for our animals.
Oh, look at this goat. What the heck? You see that lizard just chilling right there? Yeah. Look.
Oh my god.
There's just a lizard in with the llamas. Got bin chickens in the zoo.
Yeah, awesome.
All right. Bryson's video. Nice one, Violet. All right, Bryson, is that enough video time for you?
Everybody say Clint rocks.
Yeah, Clint rocks. You better believe it.
Awesome. Perfect.